Well, hello and welcome again, everybody, to a special edition of Demko Modelworks. Jake here with you. Well, if you remember on my Facebook, if you were watching on my Facebook group Demko Modelworks, I was telling y'all that I was going to have a new video coming out, a special video, and well, we finally got the stuff here we needed, and this is a new board that has come out by Ralph at Tenacontrols, and I will say it's a nifty little board. It has, you know, several different ships that you can choose from. Now, I will say that this is just a simple navigation strobe board. There's no Bassard collectors on this for, say, because this has several different ships on it. So there's no special, you know, there's no Bassard collectors for the JJ Prize or the TOS or the Enterprise E. This is just the navigational and strobe board. So very simple board. I will let me zoom you in here and show you on the paperwork here without it messing up here. Okay, so let me turn this to where it'll be right in the camera. So basically you have your you know, here's your board, which is about a 1x1 board here. It's got your basic 4-wire JST JTS, well, your connector here basically. I'm not sure which one it, I think it's a JST connector, but you have your red and your black, your positive and minus for your power, and then you have your green, which is for your navigational lights, and then you have your yellow wire, which is for your strobe. Now this board will handle up to 200 pre-resistored LEDs for all this. Now, I don't think any starship will have, or any ship that we have will have 200 flashing LEDs, but you can see here, I mean, it is programmed for that. So, but I will say that unlike all the rest of the boards, now his other basic simple, say for instance his 1001 BB board, which has just the 4 connectors here, all of your positive leads for, say, let's say if you're using red for your positive, it'll all connect to your red out, you know, your red line for your positive for your power, and then for your interior lighting you will connect it directly to your black wire coming here for your power. So that will connect your positive side to all your LEDs, and that will connect your negative side to all your interior lighting, like your LED light strip. So, but like I said, this board is wired for the refit, the Reliant, Voyager. So it all has that. Now I believe the Voyager only has a couple of strobe lights. Now I believe all the navigational lights are a static on. So all those could be wired into just your main power, and then you can just use your yellow wire for your strobe. Now it also has the, like I said, it also has your double timing flash for your JJ Prize, and then the Enterprise DE, and then your TOS. So what we'll do is we'll turn my main power on now, and let me zoom back out. Let me swing the camera into where you can see it. Alright, so you can see here we have our main power, which I am running at 11.8 volts. So this is, you know, this is as bright as it's going to get. Now keep in mind, guys, that the camera is going to overexpose all these LEDs. Why they choose to do that, I don't know, but it just does. But you can see we have your navigational light and your strobe. Now this is set up for the refit, Reliant, and Voyager. So I will say that to switch functions on this board, you have to have your power shut off, or else it will not register the change until it is off. So what I'll do now is I will turn this off, and we will switch this board. And let me zoom in. Let me get you back up to where the board is here, and we'll zoom in and see how far we can get without it going out of focus here on us. Let me back up just a little bit and then retry it here. I don't know if it's going to go any more than that, but okay, so you see we have our little board here, and we have our 8 pegs here, which you just take this little blue jumper and you move it to your position. So in this position here, in position 1, is your refit Reliant Voyager. Then position 2 is your Enterprise D and E. Then position 3 is your JJ Prize, and then position 4 is your TOS. So what we'll do now is we'll just quickly go through all these, and basically just this little blue tab comes right out, and then we will put it back in, and now it's set for the D and E. So we'll turn that back on. We will zoom back out again. Whoops, wrong way, guys. And we will get you back up for that. Zoom out just a little more. So now you can see right here we still have our main power. We have a slower flashing navigational light, and then our slower strobe. So, and you know, in some instances you can use this setup for the D. In some of the episodes, the navigational lights were not flashing; they were a static on, and you just had your strobe. Some of them were flashing, and this could be used for the same thing for the Excelsior and the Enterprise B, even though that they use the refit timing. Most of the navigational lights, and some of them were off, you know, static on, and then some of them were off. Now I will say that in the Enterprise E, the navigational lights, there was 2 sets on either side of the saucer, and the red and the green, or the green, you know, the green and the red were a static on, and then you had a flashing strobe right below it, and it matched the strobe. You know, it was a white flash, but it was more of a flash like this. And then you had your strobe, which was your belly, your nacelles, and your bridge. So that's pretty much set up for that. And if you want the D. So now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to swing the camera back around to the board, but I'm going to turn my power off, and we'll get it set up for the Enterprise JJ, or the JJ Prize rather, sorry. Okay, so now we have the JJ Prize. Now we still have our interior lighting, and I will say that for those of you that are new to this, the JJ Prize is kind of backwards from the other ships. On the JJ Prize, the saucer navigational lights are this double flash. There's 5 points around the saucer that has the double flash, and then on your bridge, your belly, and I believe, and there's one above the shuttle bay and one below the shuttle bay, I believe, and that have the slower flashing LEDs. So you can see just how nifty this little board is. Now, like I said, there are no other special functions. It's just what you see here. It has just the navigational and strobe effect. So what I'm going to do now is switch it off, and we're going to go to the final setting, which is the TOS. So there you see we have still our interior lighting, and we have our navigational lights on the saucer, and then we have our ion pod, or the strobe, that goes just right in front of the shuttle bay. So you can see the 4 different functions for this board. It's an efficient little board. This board is geared for more of the beginner modelers. Now, like I said, for the special functions for the JJ Prize, you have to have, for the Bassard collectors, you have to have the actual control board that's made for that, because it's all in. Now, the Bassard collectors for the TOS you don't have to have it, because those boards are from Ralph are separate boards. So as long as you hook them up to the way that he tells you to on the instructions, then you won't have an issue. You can use the Bussard collectors for this too if you want, but you have to hook it up the way he does, and it does not connect to the board except for your main power. And then you have a separate switch, a momentary switch for the speed of your Bussard collectors. So, but Ralph has just put these online. I got an email from him this morning, which is Thursday, September 2nd. And by the time that you see this, it'll be the 3rd. So, but I got a email saying that his these boards are going for sale for $13. Just the board and the harness, wiring harness for it itself, is going for $13 plus shipping. And then he has another special going on. You can buy it in a pack of 5 for, I believe it's a little over $55, $50 or $55, I think, for a pack of 5, which is a pretty good deal. You can get, you can have, 5 different ships here ready to go, and plus shipping. So this is a pretty good little board. It'll, it's a good for beginners and the ones who don't really want to go into all the Bussard, the Bussard collectors and all that kind of stuff. You just want a basic lighting kit for a beginner, for the ones that are just don't want to get into the heavy wiring and stuff like that. So, but anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. We're not gonna take too much time. Like I said, I will put the link up to his website at the end of the video in the credit section for this, or maybe even just down here in the down here below on the screen, and that way you can look them up and find what you need there. And this will be at sales@tenacontrols.com for his email, and then I will also put up his website, which is www.tenacontrols.com. So you can look them up there. So that's it, guys. We'll wrap this video up and continue on. Now, I will tell you that the 30th of this month, I'm going to be having to have a little bit of another surgery. My stomach pacemaker that they put in is in a bad spot, so they're going to have to kind of go over and move it to the right just a little bit, to where it's not in this position that it's in. So, but between now and the 30th, or the first week of October or whatever, whenever, I will not be doing any videos because I've got to try to get some stuff done and out of here before then. So, but after that, we'll pick back up on our Spartan and go from there. So anyway, guys, that'll be it. Y'all take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. Happy modeling, everybody.